Watch the full uncensored interview with Dr. Ife Williams now at www.inevernewtv.com premium. There has been disdain among some African Americans towards Africans, right? Believing they were responsible for selling them into slavery. While this may be true in some cases, it's not the full story. For example, I saw on your website, 1787, is his name King Al-Mami? All right. He passed a law making it illegal to take enslaved Africans from his kingdom and even return gifts from French slave traders that were meant as bribes. Can you discuss the complexity of African involvement in the slave trade?
Right. Well, first thing you have to think about is we're talking 400 years. So over 400 years, there are many nuances. Okay, so I mean, you can't really encapsulate one period and say this is what happened. However, even according to one of the most conservative African American historians, Henry Louis Gates, his number, I don't know how he comes up with this, said that 40% of Africans were complicit in the slave trade. Okay, so all right, even if we take his 40%, we have to define what does complicity mean, So yes, at the beginning, there were negotiations, there were warfare between different ethnic groups, and people were captured, and those captives were sold or traded into slavery. But like as you get into the 1700s, those Africans who resisted were forced. Chiefs were either killed or they were banished to other islands. There's a story I just heard about where one of the kings was banished to Barbados. Yeah, and so they were forced after a period of time to engage in this. And one thing I really point out in my map on slave revolts is that the majority of the ship revolts, 70% of them, happened along the west coast of Africa, which testifies that Africans were trying to stop the trade as they were battling right there at the point of embarkation, So yeah, so there are many stories involved, and then knowing Europeans. Oh, there's many stories where the Europeans instigated rivalries between different ethnic groups to get them to fight, in order to get captives, because there was big money in it. It was like a drug trade.
And what's wild is it seems like they do the same exact tactics now with neo-colonial in regards to this conquer and divide. And I think some people separate that tactic as if it's a new tactic, and they haven't been using this tactic.
Right. What was it? Bishop Turner in the 1870s said, "Do not trust the white man; he will betray you." Yeah. So I mean, we're dealing with the same element, years apart. They'll do anything for money. It's just merciless.